We all love our teachers, but some of them are evil and try to unalive you. Today we'll look at
the worst teachers ever.
Like and subscribe to stay safe. Imagine looking up at the class ceiling, and you see a
teacher monster staring at you.
That is what happened in this video. Let's take a look.
What is that in my classroom?
𝘀𝘂𝗯𝗀𝗶𝗯𝗲𝗿, this scared me so much. Is this a teacher or just a random person? I checked the comments and apparently his name is
the Ceiling Man.
Let's check out this video on him.
How to summon the Ceiling Man. It is said that if the Ceiling Man finds you worthy, he'll grant you a wish. If deemed unworthy, he'll curse you with depression and a lot more. To summon the Ceiling Man, we'll have to get a mirror. The mirror will be neat to place on the floor in an empty room. Make sure you're seeing the reflection of the ceiling in the mirror when placed on the floor. With a lamp or candle, you say the word, "Ceiling Man, I am worthy," 20 times. The Ceiling Man will eventually appear in the mirror. You look into the mirror and you say, "Ceiling Man, I am ready for my wish." You wait for a voice that says,
"You win or you die."
Clouds, this is horrifying. I don't think I would want a wish from this man, because I don't want to be unalived. Please don't say his name in the mirror. Picture sitting in your class, and then your teachers try to lock you in there forever. That is what happens in this video. Let's take a look.
If you're ever in class and your teacher starts repeating the same sentence over and over again, that is not your teacher anymore, and it is in the middle of a ritual trying to trap your entire classroom. There won't be any signal, and you can't see outside the classroom, but be assured, you're still in your world, although in a state of limbo. But it won't be for long, if you don't follow these rules. 1. Don't panic. Don't scream. Stay calm. Chaos makes the ritual end faster.
Clouds, I think I would fail at step 1. This is so scary, I would have to scream.
2. Pick someone to go in front of the teacher and smile excessively. It won't be able to intervene for a bit. This will buy all of you enough time. Now, to escape, you need to find the ritual's anchor. It's always something easy to destroy, and has a cute marking on it. If it's a pen, break it in half. If it is a piece of chalk, crush it.
So Clouds, it seems like an object like a pencil is what causes your teacher to become creepy. So if you ever find an evil pen in your classroom, break it immediately. This next teacher was insane, because she tried to
unalive her own students.
This gets disturbing, so watch until the end.
One day, a class had a substitute teacher, and as the day went on, the substitute's behavior became increasingly weird. She was making the kids draw dead people who were cut open with a knife. The substitute would also start putting her hands around some of the kids' necks and squeezing hard, and then begin screaming things about Jesus. All the kids became afraid of her, and a group of brave students managed to sneak out of the class and go to the principal's office and tell them about the substitute. The principal came to the classroom not long after, and when he saw the drawings of dead people, he tried to get the substitute out of the classroom, but she refused. The principal then grabbed the substitute and tried to pull her out of the classroom, but then she started to bite his face and then took a big chunk off of his cheek. After this, the principal called for backup, and the substitute was dragged out of the classroom by multiple people. A few days later, all the kids' parents were called into the school for a meeting, and the school then explained that the substitute teacher was a psychopath and that she should have never been hired in the first place.
This is probably the most disturbing teacher I have ever seen. I feel bad because that principal doesn't have a face anymore. If your teacher acts crazy, please be careful. Did you know there is a teacher
that is a skinwalker?
In Indonesia, a teacher called the Floating One started flying in class. It's really disturbing, so watch until the end.
Good afternoon po, Sir Ray.
Sir, you're teaching us right now.
For any Clouds that are confused, the students just got a text from their teacher saying that class was cancelled. This means the teacher in the front of the class is actually a skinwalker. This gets super disturbing. Let's keep watching. I almost peed my pants. That ending was so scary. It seems like this is a movie based on this true story. In the real story Clouds, the skinwalker ends up hurting the students, which is sad. I hope my teachers aren't skinwalkers. Did you know your teacher might be able to
Freeze you forever?
That is what happened to the boy in this video. Let's take a look.
Never trust your teacher. They might not be human. A boy stayed late at school finishing homework. Everyone else had already left. As he packed his bag, he saw his teacher at the end of the hallway, back turned, standing completely still.
Sir, are you okay?
The teacher slowly turned around. His eyes were pitch black. His smile didn't move. The boy tried to run, but every door was locked. The next morning, police found him standing in the hallway. They asked what happened. He whispered,
Leave before it's too late.
If you don't want your teacher to start acting strange, comment a school emoji.
I think this freezing disease is passed from person to person, so I wonder who infected the teacher, causing him to freeze. I hope I don't get possessed by this scary disease. But Clouds, these next incidents are so horrifying they made me poop my pants, so watch until the end for a surprise. The next teacher we will talk about is
Miss T.
And she may look innocent, but she is actually very evil. Let's look at this story of her.
This is why you should never prank Miss T. Jay snuck into her house as a joke, set up cameras, wanted to go viral. He found weird things, animal traps in the hallway, a closet full of school uniforms, all the same size. In the attic, a chair bolted to the floor, facing a wall, carved into it. Sit still. Think about what you've done. Then he heard her voice, right behind him. You think this is funny?
This is starting to get creepy. What I do not understand is why the boy would prank his teacher. Like, girl, if I was the teacher, I would not want my students in my house, but make sure to watch until the end. Clouds, this gets crazy.
He ran, ducking under tripwires, dodging swinging axes. She wasn't chasing him. She was waiting. Every door he opened was already locked behind him. His phone went off. A live stream comment popped up. Nice prank. She's right behind you. He turned. Miss T was smiling, holding a ruler, and Jay was never seen again. Until someone hacked his stream and uploaded a new video. Detention? Forever?
So in the end, it seems like the boy got caught and was given infinite detention. I hate detention because it's so boring, so this would not be good at all. Clouds, please do not go to your teachers' houses or this can happen to you. This next teacher is one of the craziest ones yet and actually has the power to control you. This sounds crazy, so you have to stay until the end.
If you are ever sitting in class and your teacher rolls in an old TV, then puts in a VHS tape of her old students, do not watch it. That is not history. It is a warning. Follow these rules carefully. Rule 1. If you see yourself sitting among the old students, close your eyes. If you don't, you will hear your own voice coming from the tape. Rule 2. If the students on the tape start turning their heads toward the camera, cover your ears. They are trying to call you in. Rule 3. If the teacher asks you to take notes, write nothing. Every word you write down belongs to her now. If you follow the rules, the TV will eventually shut off. But if the tape keeps playing after class is over, you were already enrolled long before you sat down.
This is probably the creepiest thing I have ever heard before. So basically, to escape from the teacher, I have to look away from the teacher and close my eyes. If this happened to me, I think I would probably just scream from how scared I would be. Clouds, if your teacher ever brings in an old TV, please follow all these rules. The next story is very insane, because this teacher actually unalived their student, which is so disturbing. Make sure to watch until the end because this gets very crazy.
Did you know a beloved elementary school teacher unalived a family in front of their children and was arrested while getting a haircut? His name was Andrew McGann. He was from Arkansas, and everyone thought he was just a quiet teacher. The 28-year-old taught 4th grade and had worked at multiple schools across 3 different states. But parents had been complaining for years about his creepy behavior with young girls. He would keep certain female students in his classroom alone during lunch. One parent said he told a little girl, "If you were older, I would love to marry you."
That is so disgusting for him to say that. I cannot believe that the school didn't fire him whenever he said that, because it is very obvious that he is a bad person.
On July 26, 2025, Andrew drove to Devil's Den State Park in Arkansas. The Brink family was hiking with their 7- and 9-year-old daughters when Andrew attacked them with a knife. He attacked the father first, then chased the mother as she tried to save her children. The brave mother got her daughters to safety, then went back to help her husband. Andrew unalived her too. The children watched their parents pass away. 5 days later, police tracked Andrew down to a barber shop. He was calmly getting a haircut when they arrested him, still wearing the barber's cape. He immediately confessed to unalive the family. His DNA was all over the crime scene. When asked why he did it, he had no answer. Police called it one of the most heinous crimes they'd ever seen. Andrew had passed every background check at every school. No one suspected the quiet teacher was capable of this. He's now facing the death penalty.
Clouds, this is horrible. I can't believe he unalived a whole family. That is so sad. The good thing is that he is in prison forever. But Clouds, if you thought this teacher was creepy, keep on watching because the next teachers are insane. This next teacher is called
the Evil One.
And what makes this teacher evil is that she hurts her students if they don't do homework. I was able to find footage of her doing this, so let's watch this.
Did you do your homework? Yeah. Liar. No, you didn't. You better do it before you go to bed tonight or the teacher will get you. Who? She's this crazy old lady who comes for children in the night when they don't do their homework.
Mrs. Scribbleton? She's not real.
Yeah, she is. Like 3 kids went missing last year in the middle of the night.
Okay, Clouds, so it seems like her sister is trying to warn her of the evil teacher, but the girl is not listening. This story will get insane, so let's keep watching.
Done your homework! Emily!
This is so disturbing. I am even scared now. Because I forgot to do my homework as well. Clouds, my best advice is that you do your homework, so this teacher doesn't show up, and so you get good grades. This next teacher was known for having the worst punishments ever.
This teacher is a monster. So this kid, Ethan, was in 1st grade when he learned his teacher had the worst punishment ever. In this class, the teacher had something called the isolation box. It was a tiny old school desk shoved in the corner of the room, in between a bookshelf and a filing cabinet. And if you got sent there, you had to squeeze into the desk, and the teacher would block you in by pulling the filing cabinet to be flush with the bookcase. So essentially, you'd be stuck in this box. Now, Ethan thought this was like weird and pretty messed up, but he never really questioned it, until one day, it happened to him. He was talking during quiet time when the teacher snapped, "Ethan, oh, I'm so sorry. Go to the box now." Once Ethan sits down, she drags the filing cabinet to lock him in.
This sounds so horrible. Are your teachers this bad? Let me know in the comments, but let's keep watching.
Now, Ethan figured he'd be in there for 5 minutes, tops. But the lesson continued. 5 minutes passed, then 10 minutes, then 20 minutes. Ethan tried to move his legs, he was cramping, but there was no space. He tried to move in his chair, but he couldn't. He was wedged in there pretty good. That's when he realized he was actually stuck. I'm actually stuck. He tried talking. I think I can't get out. But no response. It's as if the entire class was ignoring him. Finally, the bell rang. He thought he was free. But no, apparently the entire class left, and so did the teacher. Help me! Somebody! 10 more minutes pass. The teacher walks in the room and hears him yelling. Oh my god. Well, that's what happens when you don't follow the rules. Now go on.
That is so messed up. I can't believe a teacher would do this. But soon Ethan gets his revenge, so let's keep watching.
Ethan left the classroom, traumatized. Fast forward 15 years, Ethan is still living in the same town, but he has an incredible job and he's making fantastic money. One morning, he was heading to the office when he wanted to get some coffee. He pulled up to the local coffee shop. Yeah, I'm gonna get a large caramel cappuccino, please. Mrs. Johnson. Ethan, hi. Oh yeah, one cappuccino. He just smiles. And as she hands him his coffee, here you go. He grabs it and then grabs her hand. Am I following the rules now, Mrs. Johnson? Am I following the rules now? Good coffee. He tips her a $20 bill and he leaves. Have a nice life.
After this story ends, Miss Johnson fears for her life, scared that Ethan will find her again. I am happy that Ethan ends up becoming the good guy in this story, but these next school teacher stories traumatized me, so make sure to keep watching. Have you ever been in class, bored, and then your teacher called your name? What if I told you that wasn't actually your teacher, but a skinwalker or an entity? This will help explain clouds.
If you ever sit down for an exam and the paper is written in a language you cannot recognize, except for the title at the top, Happy Holly Tree, you are not in your world anymore. Forget the exam, you failed it. Follow these rules. 1. Do not try to escape the classroom. Trust me, you do not want to attract all the attention. The hallway loops either way, this place will lead you back here. 2. Do not try to talk to anyone in the room. It's an exam, have some manners.
If this happened to me, I would fail instantly, because I love talking to my friends, even during test.
Besides, they are not human, and they might start to realize that you are. 3. If your pen starts moving on its own, do not interrupt it. Let it finish. Whatever it writes is your next step, even if it makes no sense. Especially, if it makes no sense. 4. If the fire alarm goes off but no one reacts, stay perfectly still and breathe slowly. The alarm is not for them. It's for you. They can't hear it. It went off to make you panic. Good luck.
That's so scary. Imagine going to school to study, but the whole class starts chasing you instead. Don't forget to count your steps, or you might just start running in a loop around the school. That's so crazy. When you go to school, do you walk, take the bus, or get driven by your parents? If you said that you take the bus, be very careful, as a lot of kids are going missing on the bus right now. Watch out, or you might be next.
7:30 a.m., 11 kids got into their school van, and they never came back. This is a true story. It happened in Mexico, 2017. The van drove off like it always did. Nothing seemed unusual until the van didn't return. Parents waited. They thought it was traffic, or maybe a delay. But then the school called. Van never showed up. Not a single child was marked present. Every phone was off. Police began searching. At 11:42 a.m., they found it. A yellow school van, parked on a foggy back road. Engine still running. Doors wide open. But inside, no driver, no kids, no backpacks. Just one thing left behind. A torn teddy bear inside Amina Delgado's school bag. The windows were scratched. From the inside, over and over. The same word. Help. There was no sign of struggle. No blood. No damage. Salim's record was clean. His family was confused. Terrified. No ransom call. No CCTV. No leads. 3 months later, a boy named Mateo was found in a town hours away. Alone. His head was shaved. His eyes blank. He didn't speak for weeks, until one night. He whispered, "The van took us somewhere." And then he said, "It's coming back."
Wow, that bus is still somewhere. Even if they say it's in Mexico, it can literally be anywhere around the world. Be careful, especially if you are a kid, or you might be their next victim. When waiting for the bus, make sure your parents are with you. We have all seen bullies before, and nobody likes them. But did you know? A girl in Japan got bullied so much that she became a school monster, as they are very mean and annoying.
Was bullied by her classmates at school. To escape the bullies, she hid in the bathroom and was later found deceased by her classmates. The toilet was then sealed by the school authorities, as rumors spread that the toilet was haunted. It was believed that if you entered that toilet, the ghost of the Japanese urban legend Hanako would appear in front of you. Before you could react, her spirit would grab your face and pull you into the toilet.
Oh wow! Imagine if you are a new student at the school and don't know anything. So you go to use the restroom and then boom, a head pops out of the toilet. But imagine you were sitting down and that happens. You will die. That's so scary. That's why you should always check the toilets at your school, or you might be the next victim. Have you ever been sitting in class and fell asleep before? Well, This is one of the most dangerous things you can do. This video will explain everything.
If you ever fall asleep in class and wake up to find the room empty and the halls silent, you are not in your school anymore. And do not assume you're alone. You are not. You must listen carefully. Here are the rules. 1. If you see a teacher standing perfectly still at the front of their room, staring aimlessly forward, do not enter the classroom or make noise. This is not your teacher, nor is it human. 2. You might hear someone knocking from inside a locker. Do not open it, even if they beg, especially if they beg. 3. The intercom may turn on and call your name. Do not respond. It does not know where you are yet, but it wants to. 4. If you ever come across a hallway that seems to extend on forever, do not take that path. It's a trap. Now you know what to do.
Clouds, this is so scary. I fall asleep every day and I never knew there was a chance of this happening to me. If I was in this situation, I feel like I would just start crying. But now we know we should all avoid this. Comment what you thought about these teachers. There are many shows we love to watch that are actually hiding dark secrets. Today we will find out the truth. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay safe. The first show we will talk about is 𝘀𝘂𝗯𝗀𝗏. You may think this is safe, but it's the complete opposite. So watch until the end.
Everything you know about 𝘀𝘂𝗀𝗏 is 100% wrong.
Are you talking about 𝘀𝘂𝗀𝗏 the kid show?
No, it's not just a kid show. If you look closely, you'll notice 𝘀𝘀𝗀𝗏 actually has tons of dark secrets.
How dark could it be? They used blue healers to make the show.
And?
So blue healers were bred to help farmers with their livestock. They were trained to move animals by nipping at their heels. That's why the show teaches responsibility and problem solving.
It does teach valuable lessons, but some are pretty dark.
How?
So there's 3 things a lot of people missed, and it starts with the episode called The Show. This is when 𝘀𝘀𝗀𝗏 and Bingo were doing a performance about Chili's life. So Bingo was playing as Chili and pretending to be pregnant with a balloon. They were all laughing until the balloon popped. The dad reacted by grabbing Chili's hand. They're saying this suggests that Chili had a miscarriage.
If this is true, that would be a little too disturbing for kids. I am sure many of you watching don't even know what that is yet.
I don't think that was directly about a miscarriage, but rather the thought of them losing a child deeply saddened them.
No, she 100% had a miscarriage, either recently or before giving birth to 𝘀𝘀𝗀𝗏. But listen, the second one is pretty crazy. It's about Muffin and Socks. They're saying they might have autism.
Oh, that explains why Muffin is always erratic and Socks walks on all 4.
I mean, she's crawling on all 4s because she's a baby.
She's not really a baby.
Okay, just listen to the last one. It's about Indy's mother. If you notice, her daughter has a very restrictive diet. In one of the episodes, Indy says she can't have a sausage because of chemicals.
But I'm not allowed that.
But also, she can't have Pop-Ergies because of gluten, dairy, and sugar.
Oh yeah, that's why 𝘀𝘀𝗀𝗏𝗏 couldn't share her toffee apple with Indy, because it had sugar.
No, exactly. People are saying Indy's mom is obsessed with eating healthy, which forces her daughter to only eat things her mom deems as safe.
To be honest, this one is not as bad. My mom always tries to make me eat a bunch of healthy things, but I sneak behind her back and eat bad stuff. Lol. However, the first one was pretty bad, so I recommend you don't watch 𝘀𝘀𝗀𝗏𝗏 if you are really young, as the show has a lot of disturbing stuff. The next show we will talk about is extremely disturbing, so make sure you watch until the end.
This is the darkest episode of Max and Ruby. You remember Max and Ruby, that innocent cartoon with the bunny siblings? But what if I told you someone hacked it and uploaded something horrifying? The file was called Max and Ruby 4. It started as a normal episode at first, and until some hackers added their own footage, Max started crying for minutes. No music, just him, staring at a photo of his parents. Then it cuts. Ruby's gone. Max is digging in a grave. His eyes were all black. His mouth was sewn shut. He opens the coffin and screams. Some say it aired once, at 3 a.m. on Canadian TV. Others claim they found it hidden in old torrents, but every time the file shows up again, it disappears, like someone doesn't want you to see it. There is also a lot of versions of the episode since they can't recall what happened. Some just say that it was only 5 seconds of Max having black eyes with blood coming out of them. And of course, this is a creepypasta, so this is not real. But people claim that this really happened, so no one really knows what happened that day, which makes it more scary.
Max and Ruby was one of my favorite shows because I thought it was an innocent show about 2 bunnies. However, I had never seen this dark story before. There's also a theory that Max doesn't speak because he's traumatized, which is super sad. Clouds, I recommend that you do not watch this show anymore since it is so dark. The next show we will talk about is 𝘀𝘂𝗯𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. And this show has a lot of scary things, so you want to make sure to watch until the end. Something about this video is just so creepy to me. I do not like it. I did some digging on the dark web and actually found out the dark truth about 𝘀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗶𝗯𝗲𝗿. This show was made to hypnotize kids. However, it is even worse than that. There is a creepy story that says a parent left their child watching 𝘀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 and the screen started flashing. As the character stared at the child was hypnotized and sat there in shock for hours. The mother took this child to the hospital, where he stayed for a week. I think I was able to find the footage of the creepy 𝘂𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗶𝗯𝗿 episode the child watch. So let's see how bad it is.
𝘂𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃.
After this creepy man showed up, flashing began to happen, but I cut it out so you clouds wouldn't be scared. But after seeing this, I can say this is extremely disturbing and scary. I wasn't a kid when 𝘂𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗃 came out, but from now on, I will make sure my little cousins do not watch it. This next show is called Hello Kitty. I am sure everyone loves this show, but it is secretly super dark, so watch until the end.
This is the disturbing truth behind Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty was created back in the 1970s by a Chinese woman whose daughter had cancer. The doctors told the mother there was nothing she could do, and her daughter will die. The mother then went to every church and prayed for her daughter, but it didn't work. The mother became very desperate and turned to devil worshipping and satanic rituals. She then made a pact with the devil himself. But if the devil cured her daughter's cancer, he wanted one thing in return. He wanted her to create a cartoon character to appeal to children all over the world and to trick people into worshipping the devil. When her daughter recovered from cancer, she kept her promise to the devil and created Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty was designed with no mouth because her daughter had mouth cancer. Hello Kitty's pointed ears represent the devil's horns. The word kitty means demon in Chinese, so Hello Kitty really means hello demon. And they say anybody who buys Hello Kitty merchandise is welcoming the devil into their hearts.
This is actually so much darker than I thought it would be. Is it really true that if you bought any Hello Kitty product you are welcoming the devil? I am not sure if this is true, but I recommend to stay away from Hello Kitty or only watch the safe episodes. This next show a lot of you may not have heard of, but it is actually so horrifying. I am making this video at 3 a.m. as I couldn't fall asleep after watching this.
Many kids went missing after watching this show. In 1999 in Southern California, this TV show was aired. It was called Daisy's House. The animation was weird, it was super stiff, and the voices were weird. Daisy, which is the main character, had a very high-pitched voice that never changed. She lived alone with no parents, no pets, just her silence and her weird smile. At the end of the first episode, she turned to the camera and said, "Let's count to 10. She said, "Let's play this game forever," and she started counting slowly. She started 1, 2, 3, and the screen turned black, with no credits and no music. That same night, 13 children vanished and they were all watching Daisy's House.
I would say that this is just a coincidence, but there is no way 13 kids went missing at the same time. Something fishy is going on here, so let's keep on watching this.
That same night, 13 children vanished and they were all watching Daisy's House. They say the show was immediately pulled and the tapes were destroyed. But then a few years ago, someone found it. They played it once and it went silent. People say that Daisy appeared again, she was counting, but she never stopped. But if you hear her voice through the screen, don't answer. She's still waiting to play forever.
You guys, I would definitely not watch this show, especially if I was alone. Because all the people went missing. There is not actual footage of the show, so I guess you could also call this lost media. Dora the Explorer was another show I used to watch non-stop during my childhood, so I was very sad when I heard that hackers took over this show. Hackers must hate kids because why do they do this? I was able to find footage of this creepy Dora episode, so let's watch it.
Ooh, I think there's an animal hiding in the bushes. Do you see an animal hiding in the bush?
Is it just me, or does anyone else get a weird feeling when Dora stares at us for too long? When I first watched this, it made me really sad because they put Rip Dora, which means they must have done something bad to her. But now that I think about it, they probably just did it to scare children. And it worked because after this happened, a lot of parents complained again, and because of this the channel that plays these shows was going to get banned, but I am happy that they decided to not ban it instead. I am sure everyone watching loves The Loud House. However, did you know this show hides some strange secrets? I did digging on the dark web and found a very creepy episode that was deleted.
I'm just so hungry. I need something. Please. Wait. Finally, I can eat. No. No. Please. It's been weeks. I just need something to eat.
They really should give Lincoln something to eat. But keep on watch, this gets super creepy. Clouds.
Okay, kids, we're home. Where is everybody? Jesus Christ, what's that smell? Rita, hit the lights. Rita, something's not right here. Where's the flashlight? Give me a second. Oh my God! Good heavens, what's going on in here? Lola? Lincoln? Lincoln, stay back! Lincoln, no! 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 Rita, run! Ah! 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 Get off me, you piece of shit!
This is actually the most horrifying show I have ever seen in my life. So it seems like Lincoln's parents were only giving food to the girls and not the boys. Because Lincoln didn't want to starve, he ended up eating his siblings when the parents left the house, which is so sick. At the end, we even saw him eat his dad. To be honest, I think the parents should have fed Lincoln from the start. That way this never happened. All of us love to play with fun apps, but a lot of them are secretly disturbing. Today we'll look at the
most disturbing apps ever.
Please like and subscribe to stay safe. A lot of us love 𝘀𝘀𝗀𝗃𝗃, but did you know it has
an evil virus app?
Let's take a look.
Testing viruses, day 27. This is a Chinese virus with a jump scare. Let's press it. This looks pretty innocent so far. Let's translate it. This is what it said. When I translated it, I'm not sure who 𝘀𝘀𝗀𝗃 is. Let's click to start playing. Out my ears! I had to bury its poop fetish. Also, this popped up just then saying it will hack my number and send my contacts crude messages.
What the pomni, that jump scare was horrifying. Did you guys see how sus that photo on screen was? I always thought 𝘀𝘀𝗀𝗃𝗃 was safe, but maybe it isn't, so please be careful, Clouds. Japan is super cool. However, they have a disturbing app called
the Scissors app.
Let's take a look.
Testing viruses part 99. This time Japanese no virus? Press? Yes. Nothing. How about no? And I will load the volume. Let's delete now.
Clouds, this jump scare almost made me cry. For some reason, all these virus apps add jump scares which can scare kids. Please don't download random viruses, or maybe this will happen to you. We all love Talking Angela, but there is actually a secret version
which outlives you.
Let's check it out.
Explaining viruses, part 5.
My Horror Angela 2.
My Horror Angela is an app that pretends to be Talking Angela. When you open the app, it closes again, and you hear Angela singing in the background. But it sounds disturbing because she's singing backwards. When she stops, your phone screen glitches, and these eyes appear on your screen with an eerie, loud noise that hurt your ears. Then, your phone will turn off because the virus has hacked your system. Please do not download this game on your phone, I warned you.
This sounds super horrifying. I was able to find footage of this app on the dark web, so here it is.
Testing viruses part 7.8. This time by 𝘀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗋𝗋. Let's open it. Let's allow the permission. By A.
Clouds, this app wasn't too scary, but it is very disturbing. Please don't download this app, as I heard it can curse you and your family. I was digging on the dark web when I found an app called 𝘀𝘂𝗯𝗀𝗋𝗋, which
puts curses on you.
This gets really dark, so watch until the end.
Oh my god, I want to click on it again. It's scary, but... Oh no, not again, There's no way. Oh no, what's my data? No, not my data. No, I can't stop it.
It seems like this virus does very bad things like playing curses, while also getting your location and delete everything on your phone. I'm going to stay very far away from this. A lot of people like to track their workouts with an app. However, this creepy fitness app tracks your location and
sends a monster to your house.
Let's take a look.
Testing out viruses, part 1. This is 𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗃𝗃. Just type in random.
Clouds, I think my ears are ringing from how loud these jump scares are. The people that made all these apps must be super evil. Why in the world do they want to jump scare everyone so bad? This is one of the more dangerous apps, so please stay away from this. Do you have TikTok on your device? There is actually a secret version of TikTok called TikTok Plus, but it is 100 times more horrifying. Let's take a look.
Testing more viruses. Today we have TikTok Plus. What in the... My phone froze for a second. No matter what app I go into, the noise won't stop! My phone turned off, so yeah.
I think this is the scariest virus. Imagine downloading this late at night, and the sound just gets louder and louder. I'll pee my pants. Please don't download this. Do any of you love Dandy's World? This app looks exactly like Dandy's World, but things get really disturbing, so watch until the end.
Tested malware, part 57, I think. This time a Dandy's World ripoff. Once I started, I already noticed the image looked weird. Then the colors were really vibrant and a dandy. Just appeared on my screen and started to do stuff on my device. Then finally, this happened. Honestly, I have no idea where that image is from. Also, I couldn't move my phone. It was frozen.
This is one of the most disturbing virus apps, because it looks real at first, but the more you play the scarier it gets, which is bad for kids, so be careful about which Dandy's World you download. This next disturbing app is called TripDown. For some reason it is based around animals, so it plays animal noises as it hacks your device. Let's take a look.
Testing malware, part 1. This time, TripDown, that seems like a kinda cult. This was indeed one. When I tried to check the key thing, my phone got totally cooked. I couldn't open anything. As usual, they changed my wallpaper and, well, the sounds were loud. ASF. Not only that, but my phone started overheating. It didn't do anything more than that, but this kept on happening for a while. Even if I shut my phone down, the sounds kept on playing.
This app doesn't seem too bad, because all it does is play sounds without scaring. However, it still completely hacks your phone, so it is not safe to use. Do you have an Android device? This creepy virus called
𝘀𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃
targets Android devices and deletes them. This gets really disturbing, so watch until the end.
Testing Arabic Android virus.
This is so disturbing. I heard online that the screams are from someone who got trapped in this evil app, but I don't know if that is true. But Clouds, these next apps almost made me poop my pants, so keep on watching. If you play Roblox or use TikTok or YouTube, you have probably heard of 𝘀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗿𝗶. 𝘀𝗂𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗃 is a game where you take care of your garden and plants. However, there are some apps in the Play Store that are supposed to help you grow your garden, but secretly track you as well as scare you. Let's take a look at some of them.
Let's talk about
𝘀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗃 virus.
There is an app that pretends to be 𝘀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗃. If you have the app, it looks normal from the outside. When you go in, you can choose between seeds or pets. If you take pets, you can choose a few pets. But if you choose a pet, it is already too late. The app closes itself, the colors are reversed, and a loud noise comes. Things are flying around on the screen, and your phone is getting very loud and slow.
This sounds insane, and I can't believe 𝘀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗃 would add something like this. I was able to find a video of someone testing the virus, so let's watch this.
Testing malware, part 64. This time, a 𝘀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗃 copy. Really crazy virus. Huge epilepsy. Warning, BDW. In this part, I picked raccoon. Who's randomly... I don't know if this happens with any pet, or is it different every time you pick another one? And then, gonna let y'all see the virus without pets.
What scared me the most was the face at the end. I also heard from people that your phone will explode. This makes me scared to play 𝘀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗃, so I will just play Still a Brain Rot instead. The next app we will talk about is 𝘀𝘂𝗶𝗏. This app started off as super innocent, but it eventually got super dark and said some very inappropriate things.
Let's talk about 𝘀𝘂𝗶𝗏. 𝘀𝘂𝗶 is a voice messaging app which is allow you to record it at 30 seconds voice messaging with 3D animals, celebrity, and more. Also, it got popular and has lots of visitors of PPL, and the most well-known is 𝘀𝗂𝗯𝗃𝗃 the bunny meme. She makes the 𝘀𝘂𝗶 bunny to say cuss word, like the F word and more. When everyone saw it, it got really popular, and it got more visitors. Everything is going good, until, on early April 1.2017 it got shut down. No one knows why. Maybe it might be the 𝘀𝗂𝗯𝗃𝗃 bunny, and here is a video. 𝘀𝘂𝗶 bunny cussing of minions, tampon.
Clouds, this video is pretty crazy and interesting, so I hope you all are ready.
Is this a joke? Minion tampons? Minion tampons? Because yeah, you're having your period. You're bleeding against your will. So why not just shove a I mean, what's next? Minion dildos? Why would anyone want to shove a minion into their I swear to God this
Bye guys.
As you all could probably tell, this cute bunny thing curses a bunch and talks about bad stuff. I think that this app was shut down because people were making the bunny say bad stuff, and the creators of the app didn't want to get in trouble, so they completely deleted the app. The game was also getting old and stopped working, so that could be why it was shut down. There are still some versions of the app out there, but most of those are virus apps, so please don't download them. The next app we will talk about is 𝘀𝗀𝗏 the virus. You may have heard of 𝘀𝗀𝗏 the steak before, but this is like the virus version of that. It looks innocent until you notice that 𝘀𝗀𝗏 the virus has a creepier smile than the regular app. Let's watch this person download the virus help.
Testing viruses, day 21. This is a 𝘀𝗀𝗏, the steak virus. It looks quite different to the original app. Let's click it. Let's press allow. Creepy, a 𝘀𝗀𝗏 image. Also, it's screaming so loud. My wallpaper has changed to another distorted image of 𝘀𝗀𝗏. The second I went to move the app, it instantly bricked my device rip.
As soon as that loud sound played, I jumped out of my seat. This is probably one of the most creepiest apps we have looked at on this channel. Sadly, this app broke this TikToker's phone, so I feel very bad for them. Clouds, please don't download this, as your location will be tracked, and even more bad stuff. Cookie Run is a very popular app that I am sure a lot of you all play. I have not played it, but I think the goal of this game is to create a nice kingdom. However, while looking for apps, I found very disturbing footage of this app, so let's watch it.
Testing malware part 51. This time Cookie Run a copy I found in Happy Mod. I had to lower up to the sound because it was too loud, and it still is for some reason. Guys, do not get things you see in apps like this. I couldn't really do much. I was trying to move my phone or remove the tabs, but my phone was really slow and I couldn't do anything. In real life, I couldn't lower the sound. At the end it terminated my phone. My phone was so hot, I felt like it was gonna explode. PLS never get things like this.
That was genuinely very disturbing. I think I might have nightmares tonight. It seems like this is a fake Cookie Run app, made by hackers to do bad things to you. This means the real Cookie Run app is still safe. However, I would be very careful to not download the wrong app. That way nothing bad happens. The next app we will talk about is Evil Five Nights at Freddy's. Most of you all have heard of normal Five Nights at Freddy's, however, this one is even scarier than that, and much more sinister. It is hard to find footage of this game, but I found one video, so let's watch this.
Testing malware, part 59. This time, Fred Bear again. Everything genuinely happened so fast. I already knew this one wasn't gonna be a normal one because the icon, but the first moments, looked normal. Until I got the call. Until the call was Hanabi answered, I got this Lamondo photo. Creepy images. My wallpaper changed and also my phone was being so slow. Another thing is that the apps I have not deleted. I was trying to check out my apps, but it didn't let me. Everything happened so fast.
That was so horrifying because the game looks so real. I did not expect the jump scare or the game to be evil. I think I would have accidentally downloaded this app because of how real it looked. If any of you clouds happen to be fans of FNAF, I recommend not downloading this. A lot of you may know 𝘀𝘂𝗯𝘀𝗯𝗏. However, a new creepy update has come out with this game, so let's take a look.
𝘀𝘂𝗯𝘀𝗯𝗏. There's button right here, but you can't see it. This isn't game. Save.
Holy boba, I am glad I saved this one for last because it is super horrifying. Please do not download this, clouds. I just found more apps that we love to use, but are secretly viruses. Today we will discover their truths. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay safe. The first app we will talk about is Chinese Play Store. This app is basically of the virus version of the normal Play Store. Let's watch a video about this.
Testing viruses, day 4. This one is a fake Play Store app. Let's press it. The photo is a heavily mutated man. I had to blur because of TikTok guidelines. Also, I could not close the app.
Holy flippers, that scared me so bad, clouds. I never knew the Play Store in China was so scary. And what makes this even worse is that it looks just like the normal Play Store. So be very careful when downloading apps that look like this. The next virus app we will talk about is Police Status. This app sounds kind of innocent, but it is actually one of the most disturbing virus apps, so let's watch this video on it. Okay, is it just me, or does anybody else jump when they see that scary figure? Not only that, but why does this person have so many virus apps? I wouldn't be surprised if a hacker is stalking them right now. Clouds, I recommend to never touch this app. The next app we will talk about is
the Scissors app.
This app is a Japanese app that became lost media. However, it is one of the most disturbing things ever and can even hack you, so make sure to watch until the end.
Testing viruses part 99. This time Japanese
Now
virus?
press
Yes. Nothing. How about no? And I will lower the volume. Because it was too much. I am scared the girl screaming. Let's delete now.
Holy law boo boo, that scared me. As you can see, this game is basically just used to scare children. Since this is an old lost media app, I wonder if it was kid-friendly. I went on the dark web, and I just found out that it is based on old Japanese creepy characters, and one of them is the one we saw on the screen, which is crazy. I recommend none of you clouds download this. The next app many of you have not heard of before, but it is the scariest thing I have ever seen in my life, so make sure to watch until the end.
Testing malware, part 56. This time, 𝗀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗶𝗯𝗲𝗿. This virus was kinda weird. Once I opened the app, that music started, and I wanted to see if it changed something. Nothing changed, just the music on background, also the weird Japanese text. Once the music stopped, I started to get these weird images. I tried to stop them, but they didn't stop appearing.
Holy flip-flop, if I saw this, I think I would poop my pants on the spot. For some reason, this is so terrifying to me. I decided to do more digging and search this app up on TikTok. That's when this other video popped up.
The real 𝘀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏
My Clouds, I would not get this app, it just seems too disturbing.
I found another scary video from the Google Play Store virus that is extremely creepy that I have to show you all.
Testing viruses, 𝘀𝘂𝗯𝗀𝗏. This one is a fake Play Store app. Let's press it. The photo is a heavily mutated man. I had to blur because of TikTok guidelines. Also, I could not close the app.
I would be careful when using the Play Store so this doesn't happen to you. The next app we will talk about is
evil TikTok.
I am sure many of you all love TikTok. However, this version of the app is very evil.
Testing shitty ass viruses part 5. This one is fake TikTok light. It even had poor capitalization in the name. Let's try it. I'm tapping the screen and nothing is happening. So it just kicks me out like that. Okay, whatever, that's all for now.
This looks like another app that was made just to scare children. It also breaks your phone, which would make me so sad. Clouds, do not download this app either.
I am sure many of you all love 𝘀𝘀𝗀𝗋𝗋. However, some 𝘀𝘀𝗀𝗋𝗋 apps are very evil, so watch until the end to find out the truth.
Testing viruses. Day 27. This is a Chinese virus with a jump scare. Let's press it. This looks pretty innocent so far. Let's translate it. This is what it said. When I translated it, I'm not sure who 𝘀𝘀𝗀𝗋𝗋 is. Let's click to start playing. Ow, my ears. I had to blur it. It's too fetish. Also, this popped up just then saying it will hack my number and send my contacts crude messages. Okay, guys.
Holy flip-flop, this is terrifying. I couldn't imagine seeing that. I would probably cry. It also sends messages to all your contacts. So if it sends something bad to your mom, you could get grounded for life. Clouds, please do not download this virus. It is very bad. I am sure all of you love Minecraft, but can't play it because it cost money. However, there are a lot of virus Minecraft apps that try to hack kids. Let's take a look at this one.
Let's talk about
Minecraft Alpha 0.0.0.
Minecraft Alpha 0.0.0 is a popular creepypasta about a supposedly lost or corrupted version of Minecraft. This version is often called Cursed Minecraft because it contains glitches, creepy sounds, and disturbing visuals. When you play it, the main background is not dirt, but bedrock. As you create your world, you will see an inverted cross made of bedrock. If you stay in the game for too long, a sign will appear that reads die, 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 die. You will also hear loud, distorted screams that are very disturbing. There is an entity sometimes called the glitch creature that can spawn and teleport anywhere. If you see it, it will disappear. If you stay in the game for too long, it will chase you. So stay safe.
This sounds so scary. Let's watch this video of someone testing out the app.
This game has a different language, so I can't read it. Try to create a world. I see the buttons are red when it is started, and some blocks are also red. Scary game, I think.
As you can tell, this app is just super scary and not like Minecraft, so Clouds, there is no point to even play it. This next virus is called
the evil clown virus.
And this virus will make you jump the most, so watch until the end.
Testing out viruses, part 17. This time, clown virus.
I had to end that clip early so your ears don't fall off. I really recommend not to download that app because it will literally explode your ears. Cookie Run is a very popular app, but did you know there are secret virus versions of it? Let's watch this video on it.
Testing malware part 51. This time Cookie run a copy I found in 𝗴cie_mod. I had to lower up to the sound because it was too loud, and it still is for some reason. Guys, do not get things you see in apps like this. I couldn't really do much. I was trying to move my phone or remove the tabs, but my phone was really slow and I couldn't do anything. In real life, I couldn't lower the sound. At the end, it terminated my phone. My phone was so hot, I felt like it was gonna explode. PLS never get things like this.
This was genuinely very disturbing. Imagine your phone exploding over what you thought was a Cookie Run app. As much as you Clouds love Cookie Run, be very careful which apps you download. The next app we will talk about is
Blue Radio app.
Recently, I found even more disturbing info on this app, so you have to stick until the end to find out.
Hello guys, sorry for not posting, but my old phone got a virus that I couldn't delete, so this is my new one.
This person is a silly Billy. Why would they download more viruses on their new phone?
And today I'll be testing this Blue Radio app since y'all asked for it. Okay, so I'm in. It says Blue Radio. I guess I'll press the button. It's loading. I had to censor it because it showed my IP address. Let's exit the app. Oh, okay, so my phone is all blue now, I guess.
It may not look too dangerous, but this is the most dangerous app. Your IP address is your location, which means strangers can show up in your room at any moment, so stay very far away from this. Live streams are supposed to be fun, but some of them are very horrifying. Today we'll look at
the most horrifying live streams ever.
Like and subscribe to stay safe. Imagine going on live with your friend for fun, and then
she gets possessed by a monster.
That is what happened in this video. Let's take a look.
Awak semua, saya kasih cas dulu. Sini dulu nak on.
Holy Rumi, the video just started and I'm already scared, and Clouds, it gets
more disturbing.
So let's keep watching.
Okay, stop.
That ending was horrifying. It seems like after that girl was possessed, she started screaming and doing weird stuff, which is crazy. Clouds, let's play this never happens to us. When I was a kid, me and my brother found a live stream called
3.3.3,
which is a compilation of the most disturbing live incidents. This gets super scary, so let's take a look. Clouds, this is a very short clip from the live stream, but it shows a girl who maybe got kidnapped and is now possessed. I was able to find more lost footage, so let's check this out. At the end of this scary clip, we can hear a girl laughing, and a secret binary code pops up. I translated these numbers and got the word help, which means the baby and this girl want someone to save them. This live stream is 5 years old, so I really hope they ended up finding help. Did you know there is a haunted live stream that has been running for
100 years?
People have apparently heard screaming and more creepy things from it, so let's take a look.
Did you know there's a live stream that's been running nonstop since 2015, but no one knows who's behind the camera? It's called Room 119. No host, no chat, just a single chair under a flickering light. Every few days, the chair moves. People watching say they hear faint breathing through their speakers. One viewer claimed they saw a hand reach from the dark and wave. The stream's IP traces to a hospital that burned down years ago. But here's the terrifying part. If you comment your name on the live, it appears scribbled on the wall behind the chair the very next day. And sometimes, you can hear the chair whisper it back.
Clouds, this chair must be haunted, and that is what makes it able to write and talk. I looked everywhere for this live, but could not find it today. But if you like and subscribe, I will look on the dark web for it soon. TikTok has a feature called TikTok Live where a lot of scary stuff happens. Let's check out a few scary live streams from here.
Pois é, gente, vai cair o horror, tá caindo toró.
Holy boba, this scared me so bad. And if you think this is scary, this next girl saw a real-life demon on TikTok Live. Let's take a look.
This is good, chat.
Now, before y'all go in the comments, did y'all see the demon look inside the video? Now, the girl had to double back and look back herself like, did I see what I just see? Yes, she did. So she happened to look back like, did anybody else notice the man in the video?
Holy clouds, this guy looks horrifying. Someone in the comments did research and found out he's a devil worshipper, meaning he might have put a curse on the girl. I hope everyone in this video is safe. In this next creepy live, this child actually died
from being sat on by his mother.
Watch until the end for a surprise because things get disturbing.
Baby, this is your adoptive mum. Hey, don't run around. Come back quickly. Next time you run, I will get very angry. Why are you so disobedient? Be quiet.
This is super messed up. How could a mom do that to their own kid, especially on live? Like this video if you have a good mom, Clouds. Imagine just chilling on your couch, and suddenly an evil monster
makes you levitate.
That is what happened to this girl, so let's take a look.
A woman was asleep on the couch, breathing slowly, completely unaware. Beside her, her dog sat upright, wide awake, staring straight into the camera without blinking. The dog didn't move. Then, without warning, the woman's body lifted off the couch. She began to float in the air, her arms moving in strange, rhythmic motion, almost like she was dancing to music no one else could hear. But before that, if you believe the devil holds more power than God, go ahead and scroll. But if your faith is unshakable, then prove it. Subscribe, share this evidence. And was it sleep? or something unseen guiding her movements that night. You decide.
Holy huggy wuggy. I wonder what possessed her. Maybe it was the dog's spirit inside of her, and that is why the dog is standing so still. I really hope this never happens to me. Did you know in the 1940s, very creepy shows would air on live TV? People believed that these shows were haunted, as skinwalkers would show up in them. Let's take a look.
Have you seen the shocking footage of humans from the 1940s that is making everyone question our entire history? A series of insane clips from old 1940s film videos has recently surfaced, and they are sending a chill down everyone's spine. At first glance, it looks like a normal gathering of people from the mid-century, but as the footage continues, the atmosphere turns heavy. Look closer at their eyes, because the way these people move is impossible to describe. It's jagged, unnatural, and completely out of sync with our reality.
Clouds, I never knew that TV from the 40s was so creepy, because these were recorded before special effects. I think they would use special powers to do creepy stuff.
Some believe these recordings capture real paranormal entities that lived among us in the 1940s before they were forced into hiding. They say this footage was highly classified for over 80 years, and it has only appeared now because it glitched in the digital archive.
Clouds, I think that these paranormal people are still probably alive today, but if you thought this was disturbing, this next live incident made me poop my pants, so keep watching. A few years ago, a live news broadcast was interrupted by this creepy video. This video is super disturbing, so let's take a look. This is so disturbing, it makes me sick. I believe the news report cut to a hacker who was holding a girl hostage. He then recorded her screams to scare people. I tried to find more footage of this incident, but this was all I could find. Let's pray this doesn't happen to us. When I was a kid, I used to love watching Max and Ruby. However, one day it was hijacked and it horrified me. Let's take a look.
In March of 2004, the scariest thing ever happened on kids' TV when Max and Ruby was hijacked. At first, the episode seemed to be going normally, but when Ruby calls out for her brother Max, the scene freezes and cuts to black for a quick second before showing Max without his face and this creepy music playing in the back.
Wait, Max?
The hijacker then edited 2 dark circles onto Max's face, before showing a faceless Max and Ruby standing next to a grave with the screen being a blood red color.
If you guys couldn't tell, this episode is super scary, and it only gets scarier, so let's keep watching.
The next clip shows Ruby staring out of a window directly into the screen with the same dark circles on her face. But the scariest part is when the words "RIP brother" flashes on the screen multiple times for a quick second, before cutting to what looks like Max reaching out for help. Then the following words play on the screen saying "death is our only release," before the episode returns to normal as if nothing happened.
Max? String!
This whole episode was so creepy. I think Max and Ruby is safe to watch now. Just be careful about which episode you click on. Imagine watching your favorite Twitch streamer and someone
randomly snaps their neck.
That is what happened in this disturbing clip. Let's take a look.
We are planning to do a challenge live stream. We are going to play pranks and see who can hold on. This is a pretty good idea, isn't it? Me and my friends will take this challenge on together.
In this live stream, it seems like it was a challenge, but it ended up just becoming torture, as the guy was messed with for so long that he was unalived, which is super sad. But these next incidents were so insane
I cried.
So watch until the end. The next incident we will talk about is actually from a mukbanger, but the things he ate were very disturbing.
Let's talk about
Samantha mukbangs.
There was a man from Indonesia. He was known on the year 2006
Clouds. This is so scary. Why would he eat someone else's body? That is so disturbing and messed up. I would never do such a terrible thing.
A girl found the grave open and called the police, and the police quickly arrived and arrested the man. Well, that's all I know. Goodbye and stay safe.
It is good that this person got arrested. Hopefully no one else got eaten. The next incident is so stinky, and probably one of the most disturbing things I have ever heard before, so I'm sure you won't want to miss this.
Let's talk about.
2 girls, 1 cup.
So there was this. 2 girls that were in a sleepover and alone in their house. But what the other girl did was horrible and 𝘀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗶𝗯𝗲𝗿 because the girl one said, "Hey, let's go get a cup and go POOP and let's eat it." And what's more crazy is that the girl too said sure.
Who would ever do something so nasty? If a baby did this, it would kind of make sense. But how is a teenager doing something so disgusting?
And then when they got the cup, they started POOP1ing in it and then laughing, and after they laughed they ate their own POOP. But then their neighbors saw them, and the neighbor decided to call the police. Then they were both arrested for 𝘀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗃𝗃 crime. That's all, bye and stay safe.
I am so glad that these girls got arrested, because this could have gone worse. Like, what if these girls decided to give the POOP to their siblings or other people? That would be very bad. Please don't ever try this, Clouds. This next incident is actually so creepy, so we should just go straight into the video. Watch until the end.
Let's talk about
3 men, 1 hammer.
There was this man that was peacefully riding in his bike until these 2 guys came up to him and smashed his bike's wheels with a hammer. And after that, they then smashed a man's 𝘀𝗀𝗃 and the man was bleeding so hard.
This is probably the creepiest story I have ever heard. Before, I think I almost peed my pants. But let's keep watching.
After the man was conscious, they then carried his body to a snowy forest. The body of the man was then putted laying down in the snow, and then the other man pulled out a screwdriver and stabbed the man's tummy countless times. The poor man was bleeding in his mouth, and while he was breathing, the body on his mouth were bubbling. They then also stabbed the man's left eye, which bleeded so much. After that, they tied his 𝘀𝗀𝗃𝗃 on a tree and started taking pictures.
Oh my goodness, Clouds. I am actually shaking right now. That is so sad. Why are people so cruel? This is so messed up. Let me know in the comments if this story made you feel sad. This next incident is also about a mukbanger. However, this had a much more disturbing ending, so you won't want to miss it.
Part 3. Rogelio mukbangs. Before we start, can you follow me on Roblox? Thanks. This all started when a man from the Philippines decided to do mukbang.videos to earn money and to help his family for it. A few days later, not long ago, some of his so-called follower challenged him to eat a chicken bone, which is not very good for people. He made that video and gained much views, but what he didn't know is that he died just after a few days, and the person who challenged him to do that hasn't been arrested. Like, why? I feel absolutely bad about that man, even though he don't know me. And if you want to support him, he has a TikTok. Here's his user. And his brother are the one doing the mukbangs now, because Rogelio died. Condolences, by the way.
That is so sad. I never knew that eating a chicken bone could make someone die. Babysitters are supposed to keep kids safe, but some of them are pure evil. Today we'll look at
the worst babysitters ever.
Like and subscribe to stay safe. Imagine being babysitted and then a
monster kidnaps you.
That is what happens in this creepy story. Let's take a look.
Step 1. Agree to babysit your friend's kids. Step 2. Put on the movie and make popcorn. Step 3. Have a relaxing night watching movies. Step 4. Realize it's getting late. Step 5. Bring the children to their bedrooms. Step 6. Tell them good night.
Everything seems normal right now, Clouds, but things get
very disturbing here.
So let's keep watching.
Step 7. Chill downstairs and wait for the parents. Step 8. Try not to fall asleep. Step 9. Get the children. Where are they? Step 10. Jump out the broken window. Step 11. Run and find that. He did it.
Holy Rumi, I just peed my pants. That was horrifying. Clouds, I did research and this monster's name is
Breaking news.
He has some very creepy lore, so subscribe if you want to see a video on him. Did you know that sometimes the babysitter isn't evil but the kid is? In this story,
The kid is actually a skinwalker.
let's take a look.
Babysitting, maybe a scary story about that? Telling her to check the children?
Yeah, that's the one. You heard it already?
Clouds, did any of you see that creepy thing in the back? I think that is the skinwalker, and it only gets creepier, so let's keep watching.
How does that one end again?
Well, she calls the police, and they tell her to get out because...
Gummy Bear, I gotta call you back. Caleb snuck out of bed.
Okay, Pudding Pop. Bye.
Bye. Caleb, come out of there. You're supposed to be in bed. Caleb, right now.
I was sleeping. What do you want?
Clouds, if the toy truck moved, but the boy is sleeping who moved it, I am getting scared.
Well,
Sorry for waking you, Caleb. You can go back to bed.
can a kid get some sleep?
Check the child.
Haha. Real funny, Mark.
This isn't Mark.
Who is this?
You should check the child.
Holy, that made me jump out my seat. I never knew that skinwalkers could sneak into your house that easily. Clouds, next time you're up late at night, make sure there isn't any skinwalkers. Do you guys like McDonald's? In this story, the babysitter
Unalived the child
and took him to McDonald's. Let's take a look.
Did you know a babysitter unalived a baby, took his dead body to McDonald's to eat, then gave him back to his mom saying, "He's just sleeping"? Her name was 𝗀cie from Wisconsin. Marissa had 5 kids and had already lost custody of them all. She had a criminal record for hurting children, but on October 18, 2018, a desperate mother who didn't know her history left 2-month-old Benson with her. While babysitting, Marissa unalived the baby Benson. 3 blows to the head unalived him instantly. His tiny tailbone was shattered.
That is so sad. How could someone do that to a baby that's evil? Clouds, this story gets even darker, so let's keep watching.
Instead of calling 911, Marissa dressed the baby in a snowsuit and pulled a hat over his face to hide his eyes. When her boyfriend came home, she acted like everything was normal. She buckled the dead infant into his car seat and said, "Let's go to McDonald's." Surveillance cameras caught everything. Marissa sat there laughing and eating a meal with the dead baby right next to her. She drove back and returned baby Benson to his mother. "He's sleeping," Marissa said, keeping the hat pulled down over his face. The trusting mother took her baby to the laundromat. When she finally tried to wake him, he was ice cold and stiff. His lips were blue and his jaw was clenched. He'd been dead for hours. While the mother was screaming and trying CPR, Marissa was at a hotel swimming pool with her boyfriend, laughing like nothing happened.
Clouds, after this, Marissa was arrested. However, she has now been released, so make sure your next babysitter isn't her. Not all babysitters are bad, because this babysitter actually saved this kid
from a famous monster.
Watch until the end to see what happens.
This babysitter saved her kid from a creature lurking in their house, and what she found terrified everyone. You see, she babysits this family every week, and the little boy always plays in the living room while she cleans. But yesterday, she heard the boy whispering to someone down the hallway. She thought it was just his imagination, until she heard footsteps that weren't his. She ran toward the sound, only to find the boy standing at the end of the hallway, pointing into the parents' dark bedroom, and inside, something tall and pale suddenly crawled out from under the bed. The babysitter grabbed the boy and sprinted toward the front door. The creature lunged, but she slammed the door just in time. When the parents came home, they checked the footage when they saw the creature walk out of their bedroom and stare at them.
Clouds, imagine waking up and seeing a huge monster staring at you. That is horrifying. This monster's name is the Rake, and he loves to sneak up on kids. Let's look at this video about him.
This is why the Rake might actually be real.
The rake was first spotted in the United States in 2003 and has been seen multiple times since then, with some surviving the encounter, but many not surviving. People that see the human-like creature either go completely insane or disappear completely and are never heard from again. There was recently an alleged sighting in New York with a young woman stating that it showed up outside her window every night, smiling at her and beckoning her to open the window. She said she had an overwhelming urge to open it and go to the creature.
The woman in this video was actually the babysitter, which is very scary. Apparently, the rake is still out there, so make sure your blinds are closed. This next story horrified me because this babysitter was just watching the kids.
Would someone unalive them?
This video explains everything.
There was a babysitter, and then the kids were upstairs, and there was a murder calling on Halloween night. Yeah. This is based on a true story in New York. Deadass? Yes. It was like a babysitter in New York, right? So he was chilling in the living room, right? He just put the kids away that he was babysitting. Ring, 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 picks up the phone. The guy was like, yo, have you checked on the kids lately? The guy was like, huh? Puts the phone down, fam. The phone rings again. Did you check the kids lately? Puts the phone down again. Oh my god. Nah, he picks up the last one, the third one, the final one. He said, have you checked on the kids yet? Because I killed them and I'm coming to kill you soon.
Clouds, this sounds so scary. If this creepy man called me even once, I am grabbing the kids and running as fast as I can. Let's see what happens next.
Puts down the phone again. Oh shit. He calls the cops. Yeah. The cops were like, yo, we're gonna trace this call, Stay on the line. Phone cuts out. Oh. He goes out his house and meets the cops. He doesn't even check the kids. But what the cops found out, they go up, the kids are If he didn't go out his house and met the cops, he would have been too. That's fucked. It was like a 34-year-old guy who was like actual murder.
That is horrifying. Imagine being babysitted and someone tries to end your life. The good thing, Cloud, is that this man is in prison, so we should be safe. This next incident is horrifying because this could happen to you. If you ever fall asleep near your babysitter, wake up and see your mom,
something disturbing happens.
Let's take a look.
If you ever wake up to your mom calling you from downstairs, but something sounds off, you must listen carefully. If it's the middle of the night, that is not your mother, and you are not in your home anymore. This is your last chance. Hear me out. Do not answer her. The voice is trying to learn how you speak and sound. Make sure that your door is locked at this moment. If it's not, do not try to lock it.
Clouds, this is terrifying. Imagine thinking your mom is the best, and one day she just turns evil, and it gets even more disturbing, so keep on watching.
Any sound might reveal your location, but the room will not protect you from her. So, you must leave your room. And, yes, do not bring your phone. If you look at the screen here, she will find you. Also remember to make your way through the various rooms. If you see a room that looks identical to yours, but the bed has one pillow and the lights are off, do not enter. That version of you is still sleeping inside. You might also hear footsteps coming from behind you. Do not stop moving for the exit. One of the staircases that lead down should be the exit, but also choose the stairs wisely, or else you will end up just like me.
So basically, if we don't complete the steps, we will turn into a skeleton girl. And Clouds, there is so many steps to remember, so I don't think I would be able to escape. So let's pray this never happens. Babysitters aren't the only evil people, but parents too. Let's take a look at some of them. The first parent we will talk about is the evil sitter. This name sounds a bit silly, but has a very dark meaning behind it. So watch until the end.
The woman who sat on her son and crushed him to death, Jennifer Wilson. One day, the son ran away to a neighbor's house, and Jennifer Wilson reported it to the police. After reporting the police, the son was then returned home. After the mother and son were alone, the son was acting up and throwing himself on the ground in front of the house. Because the son was complaining, the 340-pound woman then sat on top of her 90-pound son and was crushing him to death.
This is so sad. Who sits on their son and crush them to death as a punishment? No parent would do that unless they were evil.
The woman apparently thought the son wasn't really dying, and she thought he was faking it the whole time, until she got up and noticed that his eyelids were pale. The woman was sitting on her son for at least 5 minutes straight. The son was not breathing, and he didn't have a pulse, and was taken to the hospital, but was taken off of life support 2 days later. Before his death, the son said that the mother was abusive and would slap his face, and the mother wasn't his biological mother, it was his foster mother. The whole thing was caught on camera, and all you can hear is the boy screaming in pain. Jennifer Wilson was soon arrested and is only facing up to 6 years in prison.
This is very sad comment. Rest in peace for the boy. And watch to the end, because these parents get crazier and crazier. These next parents actually had 13 kids, which is a lot, and the parents saw at least half of the kids, and also chained them inside the house, which is disturbing.
Parents that we're mentioning in this slideshow are probably one of the worst parents you'll ever have heard of. This slideshow starts off with an image showing the parents, David and Louise Turpin, David and Louise's entire family consisting of 13 children, and photos of the home that they and their children lived in. David and Louise got married in 1985 when David was 23 years old and Louise was only 16. And because of their religion, they believed that they needed to bring as many children into the world as possible, so they got to work and had 13 kids. However, despite the fact the family looked happy from the outside, this could not be further from the truth. For years, David and Louise would falsely imprison the children in their rooms, performing a variety of different horrendous acts, only ever allowed them to eat once a day and bathe once a year.
I can't imagine how hungry these kids were from only eating once a day. I feel so sad I could almost cry.
Eventually, on January 14th, 2018, a 17-year-old daughter of theirs ended up escaping, calling the police, and they were caught. They received 25 years to life. This case really goes to show that even though things might look okay from the outside, sometimes they're not.
I think if your kids have to escape to survive, they should not call you mom or dad, because no good mom or dad would do something this evil. Like the video if you have good parents, Clouds. This one really feels like something from a horror movie. These parents didn't want their daughter to grow up, so they starved her to keep her small.
Her parents starved her so she could be their little girl forever. Now I want you to look at this girl and I want you to comment how old you think she is, okay? Here's another photo of her. Comment and then I'll tell you how old she was. She was 16 in this photo and she weighed 60 pounds.
This is crazy. She does not look like a teenager at all. When I first saw this photo, I thought she was like 10. Imagine how hungry she probably was.
Officials warned them that she could pass from this and her dad dismissed it, saying that they were crazy. But like that actually is the reason. Like they wanted her to stay their little girl forever. Like ew, what? And that's why they put her on this crazy diet. They had a rich family, they lived in Australia. Also her face is covered and the parents' names are not out to help protect her identity. Started their investigation after her ballet teachers tipped them off, and that really shows what like a good teacher or mentor or just adult in your life can do for you. Just how amazing some role models or educators really are. But CPS got involved. They have been charged and sentenced. They're hiding their faces here, as they should. Who does this to a child? Like, good for them for realizing something was wrong and doing something about it. Because I feel like a lot of the times people are like, oh, like, it's not my kid. The parents can handle it. I hope they rot. And I'm ready to know who they are. I'm ready. This is gonna ruin her for the rest of her life, but I'm glad she's now in a place where she is safe and she is able to begin her recovery, but it's gonna suck and it's gonna be so hard and she's gonna struggle with this forever, all because of these two monsters.
The creepiest part of the story is that they actually thought this was okay. No child should have to go through it. I hope this girl can eat all the cake she wants. Now, this next kid was actually on TV and became super famous. However, no one knew that the parents were actually evil. On TV, a parent seemed nice, but at home they were being abused and worse.
Worst Parents Ever, Part 7. This is the case of Ariel Robinson, one of the winners of the Worst Cooks in America. So, pictured here we have 30-year-old Ariel Robinson, her husband Jerry, their 2 kids on the far right, as well as their 3 foster children, 3-year-old Victoria and her 2 brothers. So, on the morning of January 14th of 2021, Jerry was doing yard work when he claimed to hear Victoria screaming from the kitchen and Ariel spanking her. The supposed reason to beating her was because she was not eating pancakes fast enough. Jerry didn't intervene, and moments later he came in the house and found Victoria's lifeless body, then proceeded to try and revive her with Tylenol and an Epsom salt bath.
Cloud's comment, rest in peace if you made it here. There are many fun toys we love to play with. However, some of our favorite toys are actually haunted and have a dark past. Today we will look at these creepy toys and find out the truth. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay safe. The first toy we will talk about is Elmo. I know that everyone watching this video has heard of Elmo, as it is the most popular toy ever. However, actually has a very sinister past. This video should help explain.
Knows Your Name was a popular toy back in 2008. It was popular because of how it repeats kids' names. However, something creepy happened. A mom in Florida bought the Elmo Knows Your Name toy for her 2-year-old son. The mother's son name was James. The mother said James to Elmo to repeat its name, but the mother changed the battery in the toy and turned it on. However, Elmo toy was saying K1 lines. James, here is the clip.
Put new ones in.
Yeah, James?
What was that?
Yeah, James?
Creepy, right? That's why the toy got banned. And that's all.
Holy flippers, that is actually really creepy. I remember back in 2017, everyone was scared of Elmo because of this, and people actually recorded talking emo, saying very creepy things. I was able to find some clips of this, so let's watch them. What the boba clouds, I nearly fell out of my bed. This talking Elmo thing is super scary. I am glad that this toy was banned. I also found a video of someone being possessed by Elmo. I'm not sure if it's real, but let's watch it.
Edward, talk to me! Talk to me! What's wrong? What's wrong with you? Are you okay? Edward! Edward, what's wrong with you? Hey, get away from me! Hey, get away from me! What the hell is wrong?
This looked a bit silly Billy, so I am not sure if this part is real, but I know the rest of the creepy Elmo stuff is. So if you guys ever come across this toy, run as fast as you can, because it may be doing bad things. The next toy we will talk about is the evil stick. Clouds, when I first saw this, I was so terrified. This actually gave me nightmares. Our friend will help us explain it.
Disturbing toys that were banned for kids, Part 1.
Evil stick.
This toy was released back in the 2000s and marketed towards little girls. However, it caused quite a shock among people. Hidden beneath the foil on the front of the toy was a disturbing image of a demonic young girl. Here's the story. A woman bought the evil stick toy for her daughter. She went home and surprised her with it. The little girl was excited until she played the music. She felt uncomfortable because she heard an evil laugh instead of the music. Later, she peeled off the foil, and the little girl was terrified by the creepy image she saw. That's why the toy got banned.
Oh my goodness, Clouds. This is actually very disturbing. If I found out my toy was haunted, I'd throw it out immediately and hide in my closet. But I do not get why. The mom bought her daughter a toy called the evil stick. Like that sounds so creepy. I was able to find footage of other people purchasing this toy, so let's look at this.
I'm outraged over it. I want to know how they think that is suitable for a child.
This is actually so disgusting. I can't believe the creator of this toy made such an evil one and sold it to kids. But I believe that after he was exposed, he ended up going to jail. Clouds, if anybody ever tries to buy you this as a gift, please run away and call someone to help you, as this toy is extremely dangerous. The next toy we will talk about is Hello Kitty. I am 100% sure that everyone watching this video has played with Hello Kitty before. However, this plushie has one of the darkest histories ever. Let's watch this scary video on it.
So Hello Kitty was a very popular Japanese cartoon cat. When we were young, loved to have Hello Kitty stuff, but you probably noticed that Hello Kitty has no myth, because it all started when a mom had a daughter. The daughter had 𝗀𝘂𝗯𝗀𝗶𝗯𝗏 and the horrible thing was that the doctors couldn't do anything to heal her 𝗀𝘂𝗯𝗀𝗏. The mom of the daughter decided to pray at different churches, but it didn't work. One day she made a promise with a demon. The demon said Faith will heal her daughter, but in one condition. she needed to make a character named Hello Kitty. Even though it was hard for the mom to think about a great character, she didn't give up. Some months later, the mom created the Hello Kitty character and she started selling it to kids. And if kids were playing with Hello Kitty, they didn't knew that there was one thing playing. They were already best friends with the Hello Kitty and praying to a demon.
Holy Roblox, this myth actually scared me a lot. I cannot believe this is where Hello Kitty came from. I always thought Hello Kitty was innocent, but apparently it is satanic. I was also able to find footage of people losing their lives to Hello Kitty, so let's watch the explanation behind this.
Apple. What?
Well, a lot of people requested this one, so we are going to talk about it, but viewer discretion is advised. This Hey Apple slideshow that I was tagged in, of course, does not have a happy ending. The first slide shows a young woman by the name of Fan, the second slide shows a young man by the name of Chan, and the third slide a Hello Kitty plush mermaid. This case is commonly referred to as the Hello Kitty case, and you'll see why shortly. Fan is the main victim seen in the photo behind me, and she ended up stealing a wallet that had approximately $500 worth of currency in it from this guy right here, Chan. Chan immediately noticed this and demanded his money back, which Fan did do, but also added an extra amount of money on top of this. Chan then ended up taking Fan against her will and storing her in his apartment that he shared with a couple other people for about a month. After about a month, Fan ended up passing and they put her inside of the Hello Kitty mermaid plush. Now again, we can't go into too much detail here due to community guidelines, but if you do your own research outside, you'll see it is very disturbing.
Oh my goodness, Clouds. I feel so bad for this poor girl. Even though she did bad things like stealing money, what happened to her was unfair and evil. You guys, I recommend you do not play with Hello Kitty anymore, as it may cause you to do bad and creepy stuff, like the people in these videos. This next toy was extremely popular for young girls. Back in the 1990s, Baby Laugh-A-Lot was a doll that would creepily laugh, with her teeth wide open. A lot of people found this cute, but some people found it extremely scary.
Kids' toys that got banned. Baby Laugh-A-Lot. So this doll came out in 1970. She was well known for laughing and the mouth of the doll is open showing her teeth. When the first commercial came out of the doll, it scared a lot of people. The commercial shows these two girls laughing at the doll. That's the whole commercial, everybody laughing. Well, this doll doesn't actually have a cute laugh. She sounds like Chucky, but you have to hear her when her batteries are running down. She would also turn on when everybody was asleep. This is all I know. Stay safe out there.
I am making this video at 3:00 a.m. and that just scared me so bad. The laugh that was coming from Baby Laugh-A-Lot did not sound like a girl at all. It sounded more like Chucky Clouds. I really recommend you stay as far as possible from this doll. Luckily, it is very old, so it is very rare to ever find one. The final creepy toy we will talk about is the Mexican magic mirror. This mirror has the power to speak and says really weird things to you, and this toy gets extremely disturbing, so make sure you watch until the end.
The creepiest kids toy to ever exist.
Mexican magic mirror.
So a man from Mexico received a toy mirror from his neighbor. The toy mirror was actually a gift for his niece's birthday, but the odd thing about the mirror was that it was able to talk. This specific mirror was entirely different from other mirrors with the exact same model. This mirror was able to answer your questions while others couldn't even speak. The mirror was saying weird stuff like, "I've seen you when I've woken up."
This would scare me so bad. If my mirror did this, I am instantly smashing it to pieces.
This creeped out the family so bad that they took out the batteries of the toy mirror. When the video was uploaded, people in the comments of that video were asking more questions about the toy. After the man saw the comments, he decided to make another video about the toy mirror.
Hola.
Gracias, amigo. Me da gusto.
Eres muy divertido. ¿Tienes una fiesta?
No, no tengo fiesta. ¿Tú tienes?
No sé. Cuando me levanté, te vi a ti.
Ay, vas a chingar a tu madre.
There is a theory that the neighbor who originally owned the toy mirror put a camera or some sort of device inside the toy mirror before giving it away. Do you believe in this theory?
What the boba, that ending actually had me jumping. I believe that either someone is spying through the mirror, or it is haunted. There is no way the mirror could be using AI to make responses, as this mirror is very old, so it would have to be something like magic. Most photos capture memories, but some images are evil and hide disturbing secrets. Here are
the most disturbing photos ever taken.
Like and subscribe to stay safe. The first photo we will talk about is
Momo.
Some of you may have heard of her before, but her backstory is very disturbing, so watch until the end.
Did you know one of the most viral internet horrors started with a single image? They called her Momo, a girl with eyes too big, a smile too wide, and a face that felt wrong. People said she messaged kids online, giving creepy dares that got darker each time. Parents panicked, schools warned students, and the internet exploded with fear.
Clouds, if that thing ever messaged me, I would be so scared, I wouldn't even know what to do. I found this scary video of Momo, so let's take a look. Holy huggy wuggy, the ending scared me. I have heard that Momo disappeared in 2020, so we do not have to worry about her. But this next photo is called Although people thought it was a myth, it is actually alive. Let's see what it is first.
Have you heard about the legend of Rake? It happened in the United States, New York, where a man named Andrew had just moved into a small, isolated cabin. Surrounded by forest, it was quiet, peaceful, and exactly what he wanted. But one night, around 3 a.m., he woke up with a strange feeling that something was watching him. The room was completely still, but when he looked toward the foot of the bed, he saw it. Crouched low to the floor, pale, thin, human-shaped. It wasn't moving. It wasn't blinking. It was just staring.
If I see that thing in front of my bed, I am running away as fast as I can. I'm not trying to become its dinner.
Andrew couldn't move. He said it felt like the thing was studying him, like it already knew who he was. When the sun came up, it vanished. The next night, it came back, and then again. Each time, it got closer. Sometimes it crawled toward him. Sometimes it just stood in the corner. He nailed the windows shut and set up cameras, but all they ever recorded was static. The last time anyone heard from him, he left a voicemail at 2:47 a.m., whispering,
"It said my name, and it sounded exactly like me."
So it seems like this monster copies you, then tries to scare you. Well, Clouds, this monster was recently found in North Carolina. Let's take a look.
What do you mean the rake was spotted in North Carolina? Bro, I thought this month couldn't get worse. This guy's just driving home in the middle of the night, right? Sees a dude on the road with blood pouring out his head. Calls 911 like a normal person, and then, boom! Something hops on the back of his truck. He starts screaming, "That's not human!" What the frick you mean it's not human? Dispatcher's like, "Sir, calm down." And this man slams the brakes, flicks on the bed lights, and flings the thing off the truck. He drives past and sees a 7-foot, skeleton-looking creature with black eyes just standing there. Bro, I would have turned into a ghost on the spot. North Carolina, why us?
So it seems like this rake monster is in North Carolina. So if you live anywhere in this area, you might be in danger, so stay safe. We all love dogs, but there is actually a dog that tries to unalive you named
Smile Dog.
Let's watch this video on him.
If you've been on the internet for quite some time, specifically the creepy corner of the internet, you already know exactly what we're talking about. First, we start off here with an image of a German Shepherd wearing some sort of mask saying scary, nah. Then it shows an image that went viral last year showing a husky smiling and sitting outside of somebody's house. But the story for this photo is that this person was just sitting, they noticed this husky had been staring at them for quite some time, and when they checked back hours later, the husky was sitting in the exact same position, looking like it was smiling. And this image and story bears a lot of similarity to a creepypasta that used to be extremely popular by the name of Smile Dog. In this particular creepypasta, there's this photo of a Siberian husky smiling that's said to make people that view it insane and also force them to send it to other people within their group. And if they don't send this image to people within their group, Smile Dog will kill them.
So basically, Clouds, if this image comes up on a video, you have to share the image with a friend. Luckily, I am protecting you guys, but if you want, you can share this video link. I think this story is true, because I have seen a dog stare at me like this at a park, so stay safe, Clouds. Imagine going to sleep, and when you wake up, an eyeless man is staring at you.
Eyeless Jack
is one of the scariest images ever. Let's learn about him.
We need to talk about Eyeless Jack.
Eyeless Jack is an entity that almost looks human, except it has empty black holes where its eyes should be, and sometimes with black liquid dripping down his hollowed out eye sockets. One person named Mitch actually encountered Eyeless Jack, and it began when he went to the hospital and the doctors found something very unusual. Somehow Mitch's kidney was missing. It was surgically removed overnight.
So what I'm hearing is that Eyeless Jack takes people's body parts when you're sleeping. Imagine waking up and your whole arm is gone.
With a small incision that was perfectly sewn up. The next night, Mitch woke up around midnight to a loud thud in his bedroom, and that's when he came face to face with Eyeless Jack. This entity was staring directly down at Mitch from his bed. Mitch grabbed a camera and took this photo, which made the creature lunge towards him, clawing at his chest trying to get to his lungs. Because despite not having eyes, Eyeless Jack can still see you. He can remove your organs while you're sleeping, and sew up the incision perfectly so you don't even notice. So be careful next time you fall asleep.
Clouds, it is late right now and I am scared to go asleep. I found a video of someone encountering Eyeless Jack. Let's take a look.
Hard you try to move, you can't. You're paralyzed with fear. It's painful and terrifying. The weight on your chest becomes heavy.
Clouds, I don't know how we are going to sleep tonight, but I pray that we all stay safe.
Jeff the Killer
is probably one of the most scariest photos on the internet, but his background is even worse. Let's watch a video on it.
The bullies cornered the boy named Jeff and set him on fire. Later at the hospital, Jeff is awake, but different. Underneath the bandages, his new face was pale white and his lips bright red. He was happy and laughing. His parents showed concern, but the doctor said it's just his medication. It'll wear off, but it didn't. Later that night, Jeff burnt his eyelids off and carved a smile into his cheeks. His parents tried to stop him, but they couldn't.
I feel bad for Jeff and his parents. Like, imagine taking your kid to the hospital to help him, but your kid goes insane and unalives you. That's so sad.
Jeff's brother Lou had returned home from jail that night and was sleeping.
What the Rooney? Imagine being Jeff's brother, trying to sleep, and then all of a sudden Jeff has a knife out. That would horrify me. Luckily, Clouds, Jeff hasn't been spotted in years. Let's hope he doesn't come back.
𝘀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗶𝗯𝗏
Is a creepy photo that looks similar to Michael Jackson. A lot of people believe it is Michael Jackson's ghost, and if you see him, he will unalive you. Let's watch this video on him.
Would this keep you up at night? The 13-year-old YouTube creation has been watched by millions and surely creeped out every one of them. This is the animatronic king of pop, 𝘀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗏. There are those who think Michael Jackson is still alive. This hideous build, though, is fooling no one. Its name is a shortening of the "Any Are You Okay" line from the king of pop's single Smooth Criminal. It would keep anyone awake at night, as it's far too easily imagined creeping into your bedroom and screaming.
So this video says that this photo is fake. However, this is not true, Clouds, as I just found some videos of 𝘀𝗂𝗯𝗏 and they are super disturbing, so watch until the end. Clouds, imagine seeing this in your room late at night. I think I would pee my pants. Look at this video too. Clouds, out of these things, this was the creepiest to me. But the next photos and videos are insane, so make sure to watch until the end. This next story is about a girl whose skin was melted off. Basically, what happened is that she was eating a burger, that is when someone stole it and she chased him for it back. But then the burger thief kidnapped her and did bad things. This video will show what happened.
Who are you? Please let me in. Huh? Please help me. What? What's wrong with you? It's me. Did what? It took my daughter. Burger? Please let me inside.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but if I saw this in the corner of my eye, I'm hitting her with a frying pan. That's how scared I am. But I also do feel really bad for her. Like imagine someone steals your food, you try to get it back and then all of a sudden you are being melted alive. That sounds horrifying. But this next story is insane, so make sure to keep on watching Clouds. This next story is insane, because this person actually died on a playground swing, which is crazy. Make sure to watch until the end to hear this story.
This has to be one of the most tragic incidents involving a child you will ever hear. On May 22nd, 2015, 25-year-old mother 𝗴cie Sims took her 3-year-old son Jaher Dino Lee to the park for some quality time. Once they got there, 𝗴cie placed her son on one of the swings and began pushing him. All was good until 𝗴cie started hearing voices around her and found herself in some sort of trance and was unable to lift Jaher out of the swing.
This already sounds scary. What if a monster took control of her?
And when she snapped out of it, she found herself pushing her dead 3-year-old son Jaher on the swing with police officers surrounding her. It turns out 𝗴cie was a schizophrenic and she forgot to take her medication. And she pushed her son Jaher nearly 44 hours on the swing without stopping. Temperatures fell as low as 51 degrees and it was raining when she was pushing him, which caused Jaher to die from dehydration and hypothermia.
Oh my goodness, I can barely swing for an hour. I can't imagine swinging for 2 days straight. That sounds insane.
During her trial, the judge found 𝗴cie not criminally responsible and sent her free under a 5-year conditional release order, saying that she must see a psychiatrist and take her medication. This case is so sad, and can you imagine being this mother snapping out of that trance? She was probably so scared and confused and was wondering what happened to her little boy.
I can't believe the lady never got in trouble for causing her child's death. What do you guys think? The next story is probably one of the most terrifying things I have seen in my life. In this story, poor woman was torn into a soup, which is crazy. Don't forget to watch until then.
Let's talk about Before we start, can you follow me on Roblox? Thanks. Blank Room Soup is known to be one of the videos of the website called Dark Web. You may see a man eating a soup, but the soup he is eating was his wife. Why? Because the 2 masked guys killed her wife and made her eat soup. You can see the tears on his eyes, and he is crying because his wife is dead, and he is gonna be next. Then, the 2 masked guys patted his back comforting.
This sounds so awful and sad. I was actually able to find footage of this incident. So let's watch it. This is the creepiest thing ever to me. Not only this, but there is also another video of them kidnapping someone, so here it is. This is so awful, and apparently these people are still on the loose. So make sure to stay away from anyone that looks like this.
𝗴cie incident.
𝗴cie was known for behaving strangely in the elevator. She has strict parents who sometimes wouldn't let her travel alone or without them. But one day, she was thrilled to be able to travel to downtown Los Angeles by herself. She arrived in Los Angeles on January 26, 2013, and checked into the Cecil Hotel on January 28. On January 31, 2013, she disappeared from the hotel. Her parents were worried and tried to contact her, but couldn't reach her.
This sounds terrifying. Imagine going missing. My parents would be so scared.
They reported her missing, but there was no sign of her for weeks. Meanwhile, guests at the Cecil Hotel started complaining about the water being black and having an unusual taste. The hotel staff investigated, and on February 19, 2013, they found 𝗴cie's body was found floating in the hotel's water tank on the roof.
Oh my goodness, this sounds so disgusting. I feel so sad for the poor girl and the people in the hotel, because the whole time they were drinking that girl's body, and they didn't even know it.
There were no signs of trauma, and the initial conclusion was an accidental death. However, footage from the hotel elevator showed 𝗴cie acting strangely. She was pressing multiple buttons and seemed disoriented and distressed.
It turned out the reason the girl was so scared was because she was being chased. The person that was chasing her probably ended her and put her in a tank, which is so sad. Rest in peace. This last death is the worst thing I have ever heard in my life. You cannot miss this, so watch until the end.
Let's talk about
Selene Delgado.
In the 1990s, a Mexican television channel broadcasted information about missing people. These broadcasts often appearing during commercial breaks, aimed to spread awareness of missing individuals. Each broadcast featured the person's name, age, and date they went missing. One particular broadcast, however, people were shocked. The broadcast of Celine Delgado, a woman who went missing on April 22 in 𝘴cie, Mexico City, was allegedly interrupted during a children's television show. Her photo was replaced with an unsettling image.
Selene Delgado López, de 18 años, se extravió el 22 de abril en la delegación Álvaro Obregón. Selene Delgado López se ignora su paradero desde el 28 de mayo del año 2000.
If I saw this live, I think I would actually poop my pants. That's how scary it is.
Delgado López, de 18 años, se extravió el 22 de abril en la delegación Álvaro Obregón.
People were shocked because of this. It was interrupted by this man. And thousands of children were horrified.
I did some digging on the dark web and found out that this man was actually the one that kidnapped this girl and was the reason that she died, which is so sad. Comment rest in peace. If you made it here, don't forget to like and subscribe by my clouds.